Super busy. I think last week we completed, or at least FPF said that this was the most tasks completed with through them yet. So probably for the past 6 months, 7 months, uh, uh, 6 months. Um, yeah, we got 14 bounty payments completed. There was a lot going on. So um, one of our objectives, if you recall, 2 weeks ago we had the roadmap stream. One of them was to handle an MFC payment round, and that was completed. I guess I'll post the link in the chat. So I still do need to reach out to Paku and um, finalize things for Mini so that the V2 stuff, V2 payments are done. Other than that, yeah, several tasks were done. Network sustainability mechanism items. Uh, so yeah, kind of education, right? So there's this NSM thing happening. People don't quite understand it. They're three zips, and so we're making posters about what they are. Um, we made a wiki page on Zcash payment processes. This I don't think it's live yet. Sometimes with Markdown documents, the site doesn't render it until I apply a few fixes. A wiki page on Zcash network upgrades. This was done by CJ Frankie, who's in the chat now, and I think some of the images aren't showing. So we've got the document in. It's just a few fixes again. Um, yeah, we added a wiki page on Zingo Labs. That's part of the organization's thingy on the website. ZecHub.wiki. And so there it is. And I think this was Technopappy that wrote it. Right. So where are we? The donate page has improved formatting. So now when you switch from Zec to Yek to Nam, it updates. And there's also this updating graphic that was done by SpeedFox. And so things are gradually getting there, but um, yeah, the donate page still, there's a lot that needs completing. Yeah, we got a poster for an event with Pirate Chain. This is now scheduled for early February. We had a chat with them, with the Pirate Chain team, and they were very excited to speak with Zcash. They're actually super friendly people, but they they would prefer to wait a bit, and so this kind of delays us for one of our timeline objectives. And so yeah, we're looking for different things we can do. We're still going to do a community event. Um, did you talk with Tardigrade? No, it was someone called the Ones, and Stevo couldn't make it, and there was also Amy V. They're they're like Zcashers. They just, I don't know. we bonded over many things. Um, yeah, so we got the ecosystem digest out, and we have an animation, um, or one possible animation that we could use for the podcast. Um, Technopapapi created two tutorials for us. We recently posted about the brand page, and so Mini was kind enough to provide us with folders, zip folders or .zip, which contain many assets. Yeah, so this morning, yeah, thank you. Like you can see how many people are involved in this endeavor. Okay, so that's tasks. Uh, I was gonna quickly. Hey, okay, so let's switch over to Michael. Um, what's up?
Hello, Skuru. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
How are
hey,
you?
doing good.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, I've just come from a meeting with Zcash Foundation, and it would be cool to know if everything's okay with your presentation, like the Drex CBDC, um and
Yeah,
yeah, let me know if you need help. Sorry.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, just proposing the like a quick presentation about the current system of memes in Brazil versus like people privacy and in a scenario where this technology is adopted. So for someone that d- don't know what is Drex, Brazil is currently developing like a CDBC, like digital currency that be directly controlled by the central bank. So I will bring in my presentation some concerns about the privacy and the financial control. So over this technology, and I also want to discuss like the purpose of this and show like how that is monitoring and how they they are implementing this currency actually.
Nice. I think what everyone's kind of hoping for in this Zcon 6 is like something really different, right? Um and so yeah, this is going to be really awesome. We were talking about uh like
Yes.
how
Yeah.
Zec can have different use cases. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true because today actually Brazil has like a Pix, like instant
Mm,
payment, but Drex is another thing. So today
it's
like
worse.
they are proposing to monitoring Pix, so your privacy is already compromised. So Drex you'll
Wow.
be like more dangerous than that because you'll be like together with the big banks, and then it's like a credit social credit
Hmm.
system. So that's a problem if that is
Yeah.
adopted.
Yeah. And and this we you've got Drex in Brazil, and there's Nigeria also has a central bank digital currency. And so what with like we are aware of it as the crashes, we can see the road, the path ahead that the world is going. But I don't think people kind of link the dots. You know, they don't um like they're unaware of it. And so maybe this Zcon 6 can be a chance to show like, hey, this is happening all over the world and you should probably use Zcash.
Yes,
um
that's right.
yeah.
Like
Uh
yeah, like I mean, it's just technological advance, or like the ultimate goal is to stifle like the freedom of the expression, or turn like system citizen in the like obedient servants of the states. No.
yeah, it will. If you say something bad on Twitter, then you can't access your bank account.
Yeah, that's right. Like don't need to be the opposite.
So what maybe is Yoda if Yodatar is still if you want to join a call or maybe type some brief ideas about what's happening with Zcash Espanol for Zcon 6, let me know. I've reached out to Batuhan. I think it's quite late for him. He couldn't join, but he's also taking part in Zcon 6. We have an idea about the main theme of the presentation, but we need to okay, cool. No worries. And yeah, Chidi
Just one
is
question, if you had like contact with Zcash Foundation. I did one question in my form when I sent this about like the presentation need to be English or Portuguese or like for someone in another country in their language, or it'll be like I need to send like the presentation in English and like my voice, etc. It'll be English too. I don't know how that will work.
Yeah, so I did ask. I think it's completely fine that you speak Portuguese. The question, which is yet unanswered, is if they can do the on-screen translations, like what Robmar and Ryan Taylor can kind of
Yeah,
put the live translation.
I think Yogi helped in the past. I don't know if I think he
Oh
has
yeah,
the system.
I think Yogi did it for ZCon 5, right?
Yeah, if I'm not wrong. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay,
fan
cool,
of you guys doing it in your native languages. I think that'll have more impact on the folks that will watch it.
cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, sweet. So that's the global ambassador stuff. Now we can move on to um well, actually, since it's already on the screen, um Dan, what's happening? What I haven't read through it yet. Do you, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Dan still here?
I
Yeah.
yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, basically ran across this, read through it. ZecHub came to mind. It felt aligned with the vision and the roadmap. Um, from the that I heard from you guys at the previous call, just about you guys already are doing some penumbra stuff with the donation page and the whole idea of education for the whole shielded ecosystem. And then I guess the only other point I had was, I think there's been some conversation in the past on how we can work towards making ZecHub less reliant on ZCG and the Zcash Dev Fund in general going forward. This, I feel like, is a step in that direction, and a way to continue building a relationship with Penumbra in a strong way. And then when I read the things they were looking for, the two things I pointed out here and copy and pasted the description: educational resources and marketing and community. It just felt like a really good fit. Um, what else? I've been sitting on this over the weekend. I wanted to put it out today so it would come up in the sync like right now. And then tomorrow there's a community call in the Penumbra Discord, so DAO members could jump in there and get a little more information before they vote. And then I think the following day is when the vote ends. So yeah, it's I just kind of put it out there as like a hey, what do DAO members think? Is this something worth pursuing or at least looking into? I mean, I know there's a lot going on, and I think I wrote in there, pending, resources, time. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. Just felt right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything more suitable for ZecHub than to pursue this. Great
Okay.
find.
Cool.
I agree.
Thank you, thank you. And
Mm-hmm.
we've already got some positive movements here.
Great.
Um, on the topic of proposals, was there another? Okay, no. Um, okay, yeah. On the topic of proposals, um, we had the RFP. Yeah, let me give you the link. We had the RFP for testnet faucet, um, and the price or cost, rather compensation, it was rather high. And as of I think today, James Katz has released the actual testnet faucet. Um, so we will still be doing RFPs. I've got something to show you, but before I do so, Croy, would you mind joining the stage and giving us a couple of details on your solo project idea, and yeah, just a bit of background on it.
Yeah, yeah, everybody, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Where do I start? I think I should start with the DYK series, the digital series. So it was an idea I thought about while I was like scrolling on CoinMarketCap. I saw a fact about Zcash, and then I texted through on Discord, and I was like, what do you think about ZecHub doing a series that helps the community and like just general crypto enthusiasts to understand what Zcash and ZecHub was all about. And then it was like, yo, okay, that's a cool one. And then I eventually did create templates. Let me drop it in the chat. I created templates to uh, give me a minute, please.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Yeah, I sent them. Yeah, I created two different templates. And if you can see these templates, one is in the colors of ZecHub, and the other is in the colors of Zcash. And then the purpose of the DYK series is, like I said previously, to help ZecHub community members, and not just ZecHub community members, but people that do not know about Zcash or are just starting to get to know about Zcash. It's a fun, educative way to, you know, just short, precise facts, like minimal, and then you get to understand what Zcash is all about. And then I was proposing something, something that could be done like weekly. Say on like say a Monday, you post a fact about Zcash. Friday, you post a fact about ZChub, and it just goes on and on and on like that, and runs throughout the course of the year. So because I find myself always going into the DM asking Skuro, what is this about? What is that about? And I think the DYK series could suffice to answer a couple of questions that people do not know answers to. And I just feel like it's a fun way to do this. So I came up with this idea and I brought it up to Skuro, but then I had other things in mind, and I prepped up a proposal because I don't know, I'm quite like, I don't know, somehow I'm quite reserved. I really don't like to talk on spaces like this. If you notice, I'm quite uncomfortable in this conversation, but
No worries, man.
I,
You're doing good.
I prepped I prepped a proposal, and then I ran it by Squirrel, but it will still need some editing before I post it post it officially on DAO DAO. Let me drop the draft in chat. So I feel like everybody, any other question you probably have, or if you're confused about what I'm saying right now, you would understand it. I feel like I do better texting than talking. I do better designing than talking. I'm really the behind the scenes guy. I think I've said too much. But
Yeah.
then the dog will suffice for everything I'm struggling to say right now.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I have a question about it. Actually, this kind of project is very important for the media social and for the education. But my question for you is, do you intend to make this only for Zcash, or do you think like it's good to broader on other methods of privacy?
I didn't get the last question. Is it going to touch other aspects of what, please?
Did you get here in Skuro?
No, sorry. I lost concentration for a moment. Yogi just remixed the image, I think. That's really cool. Yeah, I didn't quite catch what was just discussed. Please excuse me. I support
No,
ZecHub exploring. Sorry,
oh, oh, go ahead, be right back.
I think it was just Jay making a comment on the Penumbra micro grant Yeah, I need to read into it fully. I haven't checked it out yet. But thank you, Croy. This is a really cool idea. If we look into the proposal itself, it actually does raise some questions. Okay, and so this is something for the DAO members that are here. Changes. Oh no, done. Okay, so yes, Croy is like one of the best designers we've ever had with ZecHub. And frankly with Zcash as a whole, I'm gonna say he's very talented, um, and he's willing. He made this idea. He came up with the idea, and he made the designs. Um, he's very motivated to. No worries, man. He's motivated to carry this out and take ownership of it, which is awesome. Um, in terms of so this is something that we need to also think about. Um, I don't think we've ever. So we have weekly tasks. We have a weekly newsletter, and the purpose of 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 that setup and of how the bounty program operates is that it's free and open for anyone to um to join and have the chance to earn Zec. Um, so while Croy is like the most apt person to own this project and get it out every week. Um, it does come with the caveat that we're essentially like we would need to be paying him every month, like a stipend or some kind of payout. Like it raises questions into do we how do we assess the output? Is there like some kind of review or a report that is he generates? Um, so it seems on the surface, I think it seems like 100% yes, but there are some deeper like. May I know how this problem gets solved with design rather with better documentation? Which problem? Okay, so sorry.
I had a quick question too, Croy. Where are you planning on posting this? Is this going to be on X, or is this free to Z or Discord? I don't see where you mentioned where it's going to be placed.
Yeah, the goal is to educate, and so I feel like it's gonna go everywhere. One time I even had a conversation with Squirrel about other social media handles that Zeco owns, but they seem kind of dormant, like TikTok and Instagram. So yeah, X, Discord, Free to Z, as far as it's a social media handle um, owned by ZecHub, the wider the reach, the better.
And I think there's potential that this could even be posted via the official at Zcash every once in a while.
Oh, I see. Okay, so more like an in-house design. So, Croy, are you part of the sub-DAO by chance? I forget.
He is.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, I am part of the sub DAO, the design sub DAO.
And
Okay.
so yeah, okay, so that here's the big question, right? Um, we post weekly tasks for anyone to accomplish, to take part and complete. Um, Croy, speaking privately with me, he said, "Look, I understand that it's really it's a good thing that you're doing this. You're like making it available to more people. However, it introduces like I think he said shoddy work or or something like that. But like inconsistencies in the design. Like there's very little consistency when 100 different people are doing different designs, right? Um, so maybe this would be a good chance to test, like having someone own a project. Um, he, he said that initially I thought that this would be just for the Do You Know series, but I think Croy intends to do more than just the Do You Know series. Is that right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. You're very correct. And if I could speak more on the inconsistency that I was trying to explain, it's more like coming from a design point of view. As just like when I joined ZCAT in February, and then February up until December, I can remember one time just like doom scrolling on our media page on X, and I'm like seeing different posters, and I know there's inconsistencies with fonts, inconsistencies with hex codes, inconsistencies with design patterns, and you cannot exactly blame the moderator or blame you because you have different designers do this and do that. There is not exactly a style guide or a brand guide that ZecHub designers work with. It's like a bounty. You do this, you do that, you do this. So the advantage of having an in-house designer or a team of in-house designers is that even when these bounties are thrown out and then designers submit their like make their submission, it is the job of the in-house designers to like fix whatever designs they've done to meet the standard so that by the time it is published, ZecHub's media page is as professional as possible, meeting every design standard because it's one thing to grow the community, it's another thing to keep up just dropping any design as it comes. You want to keep ZecHub as beautiful as possible. You want to keep it as professional as possible. So from a design point of view, it is quite ideal to have somebody fix the errors of junior designers or however the case may be.
I would agree to that. As long as we can find a happy balance between some design tasks still being available to everyone. Um, then
Definitely, definitely. I don't know, Spirit, you remember one time when I texted you on X when I saw one design about Y wallets and I was like making a lot of corrections before you said you were not able to pull that design up as a bounty and the design had to go out, so you did it yourself. And I was like, oh, let me calm down with the corrections because I thought it was a designer that did that in situations like that when you want to make a quick post and then there is no artwork to follow up with it because you did not really create a bounty for that. It is very easy to say, yo, the Jacob has an in-house designer. You fix this design up. I need it quickly in a day or two or in 12 hours. And you know, okay, this one doesn't have to go up for a bounty. I don't know if you understand me. So it's like Jacob's own assets.
yeah.
Or for instance, you put out a bounty and then the designer says, I'm gonna do it in 5 days for the deadline, and then he doesn't meet up that deadline. You don't just post something tacky just because that other person couldn't deliver. There is somebody that you know, yeah, this one is definitely gonna do it.
So we had this. We were looking to do that, and so like we already have the ZecHub design subDAO, and that's a team of people who are like specialists in design. And so I'm wondering if maybe this can be a ZecHub design subDAO proposal, but like you're the owner and you're the you own the project and you complete it. I don't know, or if this should be like a personal. You submit a proposal to the DAO. What are people's opinions?
Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards SubDAO because this is a very specific area of expertise. And I mean, yeah, I'm willing to try it out, maybe like for a month to see how it goes and then
Okay.
reassess. The thing is like the month to month it's going to change on the needs. So it's hard to gauge how to how to pay if you don't know what the workload's going to be.
Yeah, I think Jay has a point there. Is it general marketing, and creating a style guide? We've had a style guide. I think even with a style guide, because people's the software that people use, their personal style, even with a style guide, like the art that we make is going to vary wildly. Okay, so shall we move on? Hey, Zero Darts. Thanks, Croy, for the presentation. Yeah, so I think I'll be in contact with you perhaps tomorrow, and we can figure this out. No worries. Okay, Zcash Global Ambassador Community Coordinator role. In discussion with Zero Darts himself and Jason McGee, we came up, or they came up with the idea that ZecHub should open up an RFP to invite a new global ambassador who can be a community coordinator. So at present, the Zcash community has a wide and diverse set of community projects working independently towards the same goal of education, onboarding, and outreach. Each community project must remain autonomous as each region handled by global ambassador projects will have differing needs and stages of cryptocurrency adoption. Okay, so we're saying that it's important that each global ambassador project remains autonomous, but we're also saying that when all the community projects say the same thing at the same time, it's very, very powerful. We saw this with the launch of Zashi and with the Flexer Zashi integration. When all the when Zcash Espanol, when ZecHub, when Zcash Brazil, when RU Zcash, like when everyone says the same thing at the same time, people from other communities start to take notice, and even get the Monero trolls coming in and trying to cause havoc. So I think it's a great idea that they came up with. What's somewhat okay? So community coordinator, what is that? This is someone who can generate themes and messages that are shared between community projects, and they're constantly doing research, talking with the different orgs, with the different projects, with designers around these themes, and they're planning timelines for synchronous community messages. I think the tough part about this is going to be getting the right person. We need someone who's familiar with the Zcash community, who's familiar with Zcash, and like how to craft a powerful message. So I'm looking forward to it. This is a draft. I've just written this like a couple of hours ago. So, are there any thoughts about this idea?
I like it. I think we should create some graphics for it to better communicate it and see who's interested in filling this role.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems quite useful. I'm interested to see how this all fleshes out, and I'd be happy from with my ECC hat on to work with this person as far as messaging goes and coordinating releases and whatnot.
Cool. Let people send. Yeah. So I think we need to whoever applies, we should interview them live on a call, like a
Now
sync
call.
meeting or something. Right.
It's the ZecHub DAO hazing session.
Yeah. Right. So let's move on to core team updates. What have me, Dismad, and Vito been doing over the past 2 weeks? Frankly, I can't remember.
Let me.
Dismount, do you have Monday up?
Yes, I do. All right, so we'll go from the last sync meeting was on the 6th, right?
I believe it 7th.
Or the 7th, excuse me. All right, let's see here. So we got 4 new ZCon shorts up. Those are miscellaneous ZCon shorts that I handpicked and I thought were interesting, and we got more coming. I finished on the data side. I finished an update to the node counter. If you go on our GitHub on the wiki, Zec page's wiki GitHub, on the data folder, there's a new file for every time I run the node counter script, it'll save the data. So we'll keep track of that, and you guys can have access to that data for free. I did create the testnet RFP, and do check out James Katz's recent. He released it today. The testnet site. It's working, so you can use a wallet like Easy Wallet on mobile to request testnet Zec. So for developers, this is a wonderful feature, and I believe he is also mining it as well. So this is exactly what we were looking for. So. And at the same time, he's got his solution. That doesn't mean other people can't put proposals for a different solution, because there's more than one way of doing this, and I want to see more than just one. I want to see like a few. So the RFP is still up if anyone wants to participate. There's a few bugs that were communicated to Zingo Labs on the GitHub side. There's two new tutorials that I created. The Zenith full node wallet tutorial is up. And this is done on a Raspberry Pi 5, so it's super cool that you're able to do that. And I only went over the GUI, which is the graphical user interface, but there's another way of using it. It's called a TUI, TUI, and it's text-based. And there's also a RPC server. So if you want to use it in a programmable way, you can also access the RPCs using Zenith server. Those I haven't created a video for that, but I think I will. And I also did the other day I released the annual state of mobile shielded wallets for 2025. So the idea with this was to compare it to a similar video in 2024, all the available wallets that are mobile and shielded and that you can use them, and to kind of give the vibe of each wallet and to show some of the basic features of the wallets. So I wasn't able to show every feature. For example, on Zashi, I wasn't able to show the keystone because A, I don't have one, and B, it's kind of an advanced feature. And then, for example, on Unstoppable, in case you guys didn't know, it supports Tor. I learned that today, actually. Thank you, Squirrel. So Unstoppable on mobile supports shielded transactions with Tor, which is pretty cool. But check out the video. There's a lot of good information there. I also talk about how to, if you have weird errors with Light Wallet D servers, how to fix it. And today we'll be releasing a thread with mini shorts from this video. So stay tuned for that. I think that's most of it, Squirrel. And then the stuff
Thanks.
that we've been planning on the background with all the upcoming meetings and yeah.
Lots of many things happening. Yeah, speaking of shorts, our shorts did fairly well, or at least two of them. One with Zuko and one with Jack. So let's keep shorting. That was a bad joke. Okay. I want to say that if anyone wants to propose something that has already been done,
Give us some feedback.
Yeah, sorry.
No, just giving us a feedback about the work done, so we can improve even more.
I don't even think that was everything. Vito created a zero to zero knowledge article, and he's written the thread that's going to go out in the next couple of minutes. He created the videos, all the videos, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, the production quality is, you're going to see the difference.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think I've been trying to get things working. So I've been on the wiki site nearly every day since New Year's. I think I've only missed 2 days. Yeah, so when tasks come in, I need to check that they're okay. I need to correct things and get them out. And so the brand page that was done, Mini gave us, there was in the wallet there was Zashi. So I went and I fetched a bunch of other logos for the different wallets, included that. So I'm kind of a maintenance man at the moment, unfortunately. Yeah. Also corrections on articles that go out, um, handling payments and other stuff, which escapes me. Any feedback? Do you guys want us to do anything? Okay, cool. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Okay. So we're talking with another project, and hopefully in the next week or so we could have news for you.
Yeah, we talked to this project, and tomorrow have a meeting with another one.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get prepared. And I think we have another DAO proposal that's just come in. Oh no, this is to withdraw Cassia from the DAO. Okay. She is a very nice person. She's very, very, very kind. Okay. Cool. This I'll vote on this when I can. With that, we've been going for nearly 50 minutes. No general feedback, Jay. Anything you'd like to let us know?
It feels like you guys are off to a great start on the year, man. This was great, and the videos, yeah, the video. I already clipped out the Zashi part and tweeted it today from the Zashi account. I hope that's cool. I didn't know you guys were gonna clip it all out, but yeah,
That's
overall
great. No,
killer start to the year.
cheers.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
there's still a lot for January, which we need to get out. So stay tuned, and thanks for joining.